Get ready.
This is the voice of Wayne America.
Lighten up, Francis.
With your host,
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Mike Carnes.
How do you measure yourself with other golfers?
By height.
Only at WayneAmerica.com.
The supernova's gonna kill us all.
Okay, this guy is the real zero, that's true. Let's just think back when you guys were freshmen, huh?
.com.
Greetings from Wayne America. This is the Voice of Wayne America podcast, an exclusive here at WayneAmerica.com. I'm your host, Mike Carnes, and every week here on the Voice of Wayne America podcast, we sit down with somebody who has some kind of connection to the community of Wayne and talk about their field of interest and how it all ties in with the best town in all of America, and that's right here in Wayne America. I want to thank our sponsors, including the AKA 142 Media. Your business can also be mentioned here, and if you're interested, you can email me at mike@mikeycproductions.com for more information. The community of Wayne, the downtown area has really seen a lot of growth and I guess a resurgence of sorts here over the last several years. And there's an event coming up here next week that's going to kind of tie into that a little bit and give the community, people in the community, a chance to really kind of get a good look at the businesses here downtown and what they have to offer. It's called a shop hop. I think this is kind of an offshoot of a ladies' night type thing that used to be done. And well, with us to talk about it this week is Mark Kanitz from Rustic Treasures and the Coffee Shop and 1912 Emporium 1912. I'm starting to get I need to get caught up on what you guys are doing here. But Mark, thanks a lot for talking this week on this. Tell us a little bit about the shop hop and what's going on with this event.
Well, kind of the thing with the shop hop is we were taking what was going on with Ladies Night Out and kind of flipping it and reversing it, kind of a different way, getting rid of the ladies aspect and kind of opening it to anybody, and not just an evening, but all day. So it kind of runs from noon to 8 all day. And we also wanted to include not just necessarily downtown, but all of retail in Wayne, so other people who are just in the other outshoots of the community here. So we kind of put together a promotions map here that we're both looking at, and people can pick up downtown or any of these participating businesses of special promotions they may have that night. So kind of an extra call to action, come out and shop specifically that day for some of these promotions.
Yeah, the ladies' night out. What was that? That was something that was getting more toward the women in the community to get them to come out shopping?
More for the women and more centrically located downtown, and we're wanting to open that up and let people, not even necessarily from Wayne, but from around the surrounding region, that come and shop with us at Rustic Treasures, kind of sharing all that Wayne has to offer. So this kind of opens up the floodgates to a little bit of everybody.
Yeah. Now, it's going to be an all-day, pretty much an all-day thing. It starts at 12 o'clock on Thursday, May 18th, which, a personal note, that's the day after my 49th birthday. I'm 50 now, but I'm going backwards, so I'll be 49 on Thursday. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll make it that far anyway. But a lot of businesses here in town have stuff going on, and like Mark said, there's a map that's available at a number of these businesses in the downtown area, including the coffee shop where we're recording this podcast this week. And it's really kind of neat to look at the list of businesses. There's about, I think about 28, 30 businesses here that are involved. So a lot of great variety here for people to
yeah, and this is just
shop.
kind of a starting point. We put together a map. Colleen at Copyright gave her time and put a nice little map together here. It's a nice graphic. It's got everything labeled where on the map you can find it. So if you're not from Wayne, you can kind of get around town easier. And yeah, there's A through Z and a few extra ones here. There's a few restaurants, other retail spots, and a few businesses that didn't have promotions at the time and we're still adding. So we may fill the sheet and then some. And also, not just to mention the brick and mortar stores, there's actually at-home businesses that will be set up in these. We don't have those listed because that's kind of up to each business as they like. Some businesses have special relationships with other vendors in town and people that work from their homes or other employees that want to bring things into the business to sell that night. So that'll be coming up to them. So that's an actual element of surprise for you when you come out. You don't know what you'll be seeing along the way also. Yeah,
that was something I did want to mention. I'm glad you could beat me to the punch there on that. There's a number of people here in the community who have their own in-home businesses, things like 31 and Sensi and businesses like that, and they're actually a part of this event, and several businesses here in town will have some of these businesses doing business within their business.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's a great opportunity not only for the downtown community, but for these people who have these businesses to kind of show what they have to offer
We'll
too.
be getting a lot of people to our storefronts, and this will be a great opportunity for them to kind of get out of the house or get off and go a Facebook page that they're used to working from and interact with the public a little bit more. So really, we're hoping that noon to 8 time is a great time frame. If you don't want to be out late that night, we were kind of hoping this would be the end of the school year, but due to some snow days, the actual end of the school year I think is like the 22nd or 23rd. So,
Yeah.
But it's a Thursday night, and like the Majestic will be having a movie that night. They've got some free popcorn they're passing out through the day. And then trying to get all these other stores, kind of collaborative effort to be open at that same time. So some places may not be open all the way till 8. You have to check those individual times, but a majority of we'd like to see everybody open for that noon to 8 time.
Yeah, some of the businesses that are going to be involved in this, just reading the list off of here, the market at Geno's Steakhouse, 1912 Emporium, Final Touch, Fiesta Brava, Thrift Warehouse, First Realty, Miss Molly's Coffee, Swan's Apparel, Rustic Treasures, The Coffee Shop, Hair Envy, IKT, Moments Portrait Boutique. I didn't bring my glasses along with me, so I'm struggling with this. But the Diamond Center and Flowers and Wine, the Undercut, Venture Staffing, Canine Designs, Highway 15 Salvage, Majestic Theater, Copyright, Jason Sears Flooring, Tis the Season Boutique, and then kind of offshoot from the main downtown area, Tacos and More, an Absolute Salon over there in the Dearborn Plaza, and then Wayne Greenhouse over by Wayne State College, along with Dairy Queen and Baumgart's Supply. So really a great group of businesses here in town that are going to be opening the doors for this.
And it's just kind of neat, even as a Wayne resident, to look at this listing to see how many stores we have and this product offering that we have. And I know sometimes we might lose sight of that when we live in our own town and maybe we get used to them. And so this is another way for us to kind of reopen our businesses, let people see maybe some new offerings they haven't been in a while. So it's time for them to recheck in with us and say, oh yeah, this is something I can get in Wayne now. And there's a few new places on here like the IKT kind of women's clothing boutique next to Hair Envy. She'll be just open, so this will be a great splash for her to get started. And some of our businesses, we're here 7 days a week. We know you can come and see us anytime you'd like, but we're going to be hopefully showing you some new things that we have coming in that you maybe have not seen before.
Awesome. Well, we're talking with Mark Kanitz from Rustic Treasures and the Coffee Shop in 1912 Emporium, talking about the Shop Hop going on in Wayne on Thursday, May 18th. And I want to take a moment to answer the question, what does the AKA and AKA 142 Media stand for? It stands for many things, but what's most important is that AKA 142 Media provides awesome kickin' apps that can be downloaded to your phone or your tablet. Whether it's your school, your favorite youth sports program, or your local business, AKA 142 Media can build an awesome kickin' app that meets your needs. Drop Kevin an email at kevin@aka142.com and tell him that Mike sent you. That's AKA 142 Media, awesome kickin' apps. We're talking with Mark Kanitz from Rustic Treasures and the Coffee Shop, 1912 Emporium, about the Shop Hop that's going on here in Wayne on Thursday, May 18th. And I think the neat thing about having an event like this is it really gives a chance for the people, the business owners like yourself, to really showcase the downtown area and really from in the last several years especially, shopping in downtown Wayne has really seen a resurgence. I can remember when I first moved here. Sunday afternoons you could fire a round of bullets down Main Street and not hit anybody.
Yeah,
and
around a Foursquare on Main Street and wouldn't hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's the activity in town is almost on a daily basis, and it's constant, and it's really great to see. And I'm sure for people who pass through town, who maybe passed through town Wayne a few years ago, and now they're doing it again for the first time. Well, they're like, wow, what's happened here? This town has really seen
it's also neat
an uptick.
to see. I constantly get the comments at the store of like, oh, there's so many out of town cars. Like it's not 27 county plates parking out front here. And so Lucas and I, when we were talking about this promotion, is getting the word out very early, so that even some of our more distant shoppers or regional shoppers that come in from Sioux City or whether it be from Fremont or even Norfolk, see that these product offerings here in Wayne. And maybe they can't get to some of these places because the business hours don't align, but this is the one chance to align those hours so they can kind of check them out. So we may be sending some of our best customers not even to our stores, but to other supporting stores here in Wayne. So yeah, I'm just looking at some of the promotions here. I haven't even had read them all, but like Baumgart's has got from 4 to 7, 15% off of one regular price item to the first 100 women in. So there's kind of a little bit of sense of urgency there. And like Swan's, Jenna has now brought in men's clothing. It's kind of back to Swan's Apparel. It's been there years ago, and she's brought that back, and I've been checking out some really neat stuff. So it's a good chance to check that out. And she's got 10% off your entire purchase from 9 to 8, so she's open that whole day. And yeah, lots of other just promotions. You know, Fiesta Bravo. We had worked with them to see if there's some kind of promotion, and they're always busy. But they're going to be having, I think, buy one get one free on some margaritas and some drink specials that night, and even a $2 off your lunch special that day from noon to 3. So I mean, people are digging deep for a little extra discounts here to get you in. So yeah, definitely stop in one of these stores downtown, around the area, even up to the greenhouse, up to Tacos and More. They should be getting maps soon if they don't have one, or may have already had one, and you can get those and start kind of planning your day where you want to go.
And in some of the other specials, like Canine Design, this is one I love, is you can bring your pet in, or you can get a coupon to bring your pet in and have a podicure, which is kind of a funny take on things there. But Don does a great job there with the dogs at Canine Design, and so a lot of great specials here that, like I said, are going to be part of this event. Talk a little bit about. I mean, you guys have had a very significant role in the revitalization of downtown, taking the rustic treasures and going from where you began and then bringing it across the street, and now with the other adventures that you guys have going. What has it been about this community about downtown that has helped to make it more attractive for people to come and do business here?
Oh gosh, that's a big question. For me, it's a sense of nostalgia since I'm from Wayne. That's kind of my childhood upbringing, and so I've always had Wayne as a sweet spot in my heart, and always wanted to be here, and I'm happy to be here, and we'll probably be here a very long time. Lucas, just being a graduate of Wayne State, kind of got sucked in by the allure of Wayne, and I think a few of our Wayne State students get that. They just get here and they love it. They can't leave, and they just got to stay. So, excuse me, he got a little bit of that bug. And then there was just kind of some niche opportunities that hadn't been filled. A thrift store. I think there had been a few attempts to try and maybe just didn't quite work out, and I don't know what that was, but somehow ours kind of stuck, and it kind of kept growing. So we just kind of took the success we had and kept building on it. So that's kind of where our ploy has always been, just kind of slowly build on those successes, and if things don't work, change it and switch it up for something else. Yeah,
and it's really interesting to walk into Rustic Treasures or 1912 Emporium, and you walk in there, maybe walk in there a couple weeks later, and there's a ton of new stuff in there. So it always seems like there's something fresh going on.
Gosh.
So
our legs never stop moving, and I think there's 16 of us now between all of our 4 businesses, and we're constantly moving and shifting and moving and grooving and doing new things down here. So yeah, it's a very exciting time in downtown Wayne and all of Wayne really in general.
Well, I know the last time we talked, we were talking about the groundbreaking or the ribbon cutting for the 1912 Emporium opening up, and of course part of that rebuilding that you guys have taken on there is the addition of a brewery that is going to be opening up here soon. Talk a little bit about that. That's really kind of a unique business opportunity in a small town like Wayne, and these smaller breweries are really becoming kind of a big thing across the country. So it's
total destination sort of thing, and people really travel for them too. I mean, I've talked to people at my church that say they're going XYZ out of town to go see a brewery there. So it's definitely going to appeal to our out of town traffic, and we have lots of women who maybe like our stores, and maybe the men in their life or other people that come along with them. Maybe aren't so interested in the shopping. Maybe just having a cold one just sounds great. So as long as they get a driver home, I suppose they're good. Greg Tachuk, he's from Neely, Nebraska. He's a Wayne State grad. He's got 3 kids and with wife Kelly, who was on a rugby team here in Wayne and has some great connections there. Are going to be opening that brewery, Johnny Bird's Brewery. Just we're talking with him. He's going to start some remodeling in the warehouse side of our building now, actually this weekend already. So the dust is going to start flying out of there. So you'll see some changes happening, and he just posted on his Facebook page last night some final approval of where walls and everything are going to be. So kind of a layout of the design, so people kind of an idea what he's going to have coming here. And just did a tasting with him not too long ago. He had some honey ale, some coffee flavored beer. He took some of our cold brew here from the coffee shop and mixed it in kind of a coffee flavor. And I'm not much of a beer drinker, but I did enjoy these because of the interesting flavors to them. So he's got from light to dark. It even had some root beer too, so even some kid-friendly things. So, Greg's gonna be a great asset to the community. I think he'll be very active, and you just wait and see. This is probably just step 1 for him, but he'll have a few more ventures too.
And he's really taking a chance on something like this too. I know he's the economic development director in Neely.
Yeah.
And so to go from a position like that to starting up your own business and taking a chance on something like that, that's a pretty big step, and it's great that he's found a place to do it here in Wayne.
Yeah, we knew we'd want to do this project in that old building, and we thought, God, a brewery would just be a great extra something down here, and how could that happen? And so Lucas was part of this cohort group around the state, kind of young leaders around the state, and I think there's 10 or 12 of them in this group, and he went back to the group. They met every about 2 months and traveled the state and said, gosh, we were looking for a brewery, and he'd seen Scratchtown over in Ord and Kincaidor out in Broken Bow, and he said, we got to have this in Lake Newby in College Town, and just where we are, we've said regionally, there's nothing else here. We have some in Norfolk and maybe in Sioux City, but right in between there. I think Greg kind of picked up on that and took the ball and kept it rolling. So yeah. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to talking to him here as they get a little closer to getting that opened up. But I guess this getting back to the shop hop thing, it's going to be a great opportunity for people to come and see what's going on here in Wayne and with the businesses that have grown and developed downtown here. It's going to be really a great showcase for this community.
Yeah. And it's kind of a little side story that this kind of bringing this on. We had the ladies' night out that had kind of run its course, needed a little bit of a change up, and I was working in the 1912, and we have some old newspaper aluminum prints that would have made the old Wayne Morning Shoppers. And on one of the front pages was kind of a shop hop what we're doing here, but they did it at Rice Auditorium. This is probably about 1958, 1960, and they had a showcase. It was a 2-day showcase, Monday and a Tuesday, of all the retail places, car dealers, appliance places in town. They bring all their goods up there and have kind of a home show of sorts. And I thought, gosh, wouldn't that be so fun, kind of nostalgic to bring that back? And I said, well, that's a lot of work, and Wayne State's got a busy schedule up there in Rice, especially this time of year. But what if we were just to host it within our businesses and then put together kind of a product offering of a sheet of paper or some kind of a fold out, which we've got now. And so that kind of stemmed from that whole idea of bringing something nostalgic kind of back and that's maybe been tried before. And yeah, so great to see so much success and people want to get involved here. And as I'm looking through here, there's a few other places like Jason Sears and Canyon Design who will have some of those other vendors, and they're listed here on their map here. So if you're a vendor at home and you're interested in getting involved, I know sometimes it's tissed on to have copycats of other, two Tupperware people or whatnot, but I guess that's between them and the business and each other as different dealers. I suppose they all know each other in town, so we're not really managing that as much as we have over the years. That's kind of, the floodgates are open there, so if you can find a business you'd like to set up in and have that partnership, just go to them and get yourself there, and then Colleen and I be happy to reprint these as we update and get more information so people really have a true product offering when we get to that Thursday.
Yeah, the neat thing about this that I like, I've been to the home show in Norfolk over the years, and the nice thing about that is that all the businesses are in one location, but in a big city like Norfolk, that's great. But in a small town like this, having it, you're in one location, but you're also at the place of business too.
So it's such a small town. It's really not that far to park, a couple blocks down the street and then walk and hit them all. So we're crossing our fingers and saying our prayers for hopefully some good weather that day. And since we've got the noon to 8, if there's some inclement weather in the evening, at least we've got the early hours of the day to enjoy the day out shopping. So.
Yeah, that's about the only question mark with this whole thing is how Mother Nature looks at this event and whether she graces us with some nice weather for the opportunity. So the Wayne Shop Hop coming up Thursday, May 18th, starting at 12 o'clock right here in downtown Wayne, America, and maps of the local businesses and some of the things that they're offering as far as specials and some of the in-home businesses that will be participating. You can pick up a map at pretty much about any location here in downtown Wayne, including the coffee shop and Rustic Treasures, 1912 Emporium, and that's going to be going on from 12 to 8 on Thursday, May 18th, and hopefully it'll be like I said, a nice day weather-wise and a great day for doing business here in Wayne.
Yeah, I do have to put a little plug in, and I thank you for the Wayne County Convention and Visitors Bureau who gave us some grant money to help advertise this event. So a big thank you to that group and granting us some funds to help publicize the event too.
All right. Well, Mark, you and Lucas keep doing what you're doing, and looking forward to this shop hop coming up.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
All right. That's going to do it for this edition of the Voice of Wayne America here on WayneAmerica.com. And I want to thank Mark Kanitz from the Rustic Treasures and 1912 Emporium and the coffee shop here for talking about the shop hop coming up here in Wayne on Thursday, May 18th, running from 12 to 8 p.m. And as I said, maps and more information are available at a number of local businesses here in downtown Wayne. Check back to WayneAmerica.com as we continue to tell the stories of the people who make this the best town in all of America. That's right here in Wayne, America. Have yourselves a good week, and we'll see you later.